two, one. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Lo-Fi Horror Guy. Welcome to another episode of the Lo-Fi Horror Guys Growing On You live. Today, I'm going to have on my boys, Stoopid Movies. I cannot wait. My Maine doggies who aren't from Maine, my doggies. Aha! There it is. There it is. All right, we are back in business, boys. The boys are back in town. Have you ever heard that song?
Oh yeah.
It's playing in my head right now.
No. Heck yeah, man. Whoa. The phone said, I can't do it.
Dude, this interview is not meant to happen.
It fell off the tripod by itself.
Oh my lord. My best buddy's on here and I can't get this fucking interview to happen.
Dude, that's how it should go with friends. That's right.
You know, I guess so. You know, you have three dummies in the same room or the same digital room, and what more do you expect, I guess?
That's
boy,
right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much again. thank you for taking the time again, fellas. I'm so excited. Uh-oh. What do you got to say, Adam?
I am so pumped to finally get to be on your show. How did we not do this any time earlier? We should have done it last weekend or something, but
I feel like, yeah, I should have had you guys on Halloween.
That's
right.
What I was going to say. That would have been perfect, man. Why didn't we do that?
I don't know. You know, it's the management problem, and, you know, I had to call my manager, and he had to, you know, call his people and your people, and it just didn't end up working out. I'm sorry. What a crock of shit this
Our
is.
people are dicks.
I don't know what they're doing.
Right. Speaking of, if you have pictures of dicks, you can send them to Rob. StoopidMovies@outlook.com.
Damn it.
Make it official and send it to the email, please.
Yeah, I need that. I don't think about dongs.
Eating sausages again?
Oh, my lord. Sausages. Terrible. All right, look, boys. So basically, you know, here we got a couple of icebreaker questions in the beginning. The remainder of the interview is about you and your craft, and then I have one brand new finale. This is all going to be, you know, it's not going to be rehashed, all right? Like I said, I had about 6 pages of shit that I wanted to ask you guys, and I just delve right into brand new shit. So we're gonna dig right into it if you boys are ready.
I'm
Absolutely.
ready. Do it.
All right. So starting off, all right, if we were to make a horror movie and I wanted you guys to choose for each other what type of creature or monster you were going to transform in said horror movie, what would you guys choose for each other?
What would he transform into?
Yep. According
Penis
to
beaver.
Rob.
Oh, penis beaver.
He turned into a penis beaver.
Hey! I'll take that.
Whatever that is.
Wow, there's multiple meanings I think that could fall into that.
Probably. And then he'll probably send me a picture of it.
Absolutely, I would. Rob would absolutely turn into a werewolf. You're welcome.
Thank you.
But it would be like a really small one, so it couldn't actually do anything.
Figures.
I was going to say, there's got to be some sort of catch. Things can't just be that true. You know, it can't be too, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yep.
I have a daughter at work.
Oh, that wasn't even a penis joke.
Oh, okay.
I meant like a mouse or something.
Oh. Damn.
When it's always out there like that, you never know what to expect, I guess.
That's
Can
right.
we see that far down? Can you see that it's out there?
There's something poking up from the bottom of the screen. I wasn't going to ask, but...
It's not me. It's got to be Rob. He's got the big one.
All right, look. All right, so the two of you fellas make up Stoopid Movies. If you guys can name one movie off the top of your head that you've watched for the show, what movie would you guys recommend?
For the show?
That we watched for the show?
Yep, you'd never seen it before until you watched it for the show.
Oh, man. Well, something he picked, I can tell you that much.
Hey, you liked I spit on your corpse, I piss on your grave.
I don't know about that. That's a tough one, man.
I'm trying to think of some that you've suggested, because you usually have pretty good.
Yeah. You finally admit it.
Yeah.
He finally admits it.
Oh, no, Strippers versus zombies.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Nice. That was one
the
that
name
you've never
pretty
seen
much
before.
spells
It
out
was
what
just
it's about.
random. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one that we picked for the show, and probably I picked because I like zombies. And
man, I'm drawing a complete blank on what we've done. I mean, we've done so many.
Where's your notebook?
Well, look, Rob, I'll help you out, and I'll just say it was Monster. I'm pretty sure it was that one.
I did like Monster, if I remember right.
But we had both seen it before.
But we had seen it before, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess for the record, in the notes, I'll just write down Monster. Whatever. That's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, that works.
All right. So for those who haven't seen Stoopid Movies, tell us about your show and just kind of give a little bit of a breakdown of it.
So if we go into a basement and we want to watch a movie, I'm terrible at this, so I'll let you. Yeah.
All right, so the easiest way to explain our show is we watch them so you don't have to. We hunt down indie movies mainly, although every now and then we'll mix in a big one, but we look for the indie movies, and we try to pick through all the turds, and every now and then we'll find one really, really good movie, and then we can come back and say, hey, They Live Inside Us was an awesome movie. You need to go watch that. But most of the time it's not that good.
Yeah, we're all about indie horror, that we try to make that kind of a priority. I mean, obviously we do others too sometimes, because we don't want to be just stuck to because we want to watch some good stuff sometimes.
Right. Right. Okay.
But no,
and just recently you guys did like a reaction video to a trailer that was something that was sent to you too, so you're kind of, branching off into different sections, not only just movie reviews, but
and that was awkward. I thought we had never done. I mean, it looked like we're just looking in the air going, "Yeah, this." It's like a 3-minute trailer, like a minute worth of us watching it. I'm like,
yeah.
But hey,
I mean,
we reached out, and,
Yeah.
I know what movie I would say that we watched on the show. Sorry,
that's fine.
I had a pretty good time at House Harker.
Oh,
That was a good one.
yes, and that was my pick
That
too.
was.
What was it now?
I had a bloody good time at House Harker.
It's a vampire movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Was that something
Yeah,
like newer?
No, that was 2 years ago?
Yeah, but it was new at the time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're really cool guys. They reached out. They watch almost everything we do now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a fun movie. I think it's on Prime. So
I believe it is. And they're hopefully finally working on the sequel, which will be a werewolf movie. So Rob can get his piece now.
Oh, okay. Nice. Now, if you could break down, as far as like your process, you guys film twice a week. Just as far as what you do, if you guys watch the movies together, if you watch them separate, you normally have a nice big old coffee. What are your go-to drink orders, if you will?
So anymore lately, we tend to go to Dunkin' just because it's cheaper, and honestly, I almost like it better. And I like the others. We'll hit up Starbucks sometimes, or Scooters or something, but. Dunkin' works, man. And mine lately, because I'm trying to watch the carbs, because I'm trying to lose. I've been doing Americano with heavy cream, because that's like no carbs at all.
Oh, okay.
And it's strong. You can tell.
Yeah.
We can't tell.
I'm also, but I just don't care.
Right.
I usually get a caramel something, macchiato or something along that with an extra shot of espresso.
Oh, yeah, we always do extra shots of espresso.
We need the extra.
Like we need it.
So Saturday morning, usually somewhere between 6:30 and 7, we both wake up. We both poop independent of each other, usually. Sometimes together. You never know.
I never remember this, so I don't know what happened during that time.
The drugs are working. And then we'll get together and we'll sit down here in the basement, hold hands, and watch a movie. And then when we go to get coffee, we just kind of sketch out, okay, what did you like about this? What didn't you like about it? Was there something that really, stood out to you? Like, was the acting amazing? And sometimes we don't have a lot of good things to say, so we go to things like, well, the lighting was really good. The lighting was well done.
I do like lighting in a movie, though. It can help the atmosphere. Yeah, and so for a long time we only did one a week, but we thought, well, let's do 2 a week. And so we watch one together Saturday mornings, then the other one that will come out Wednesday, we watch throughout the week. Which you still need to tell me what your pick is this week. We got 2 more days.
What did I watch today?
No. No, I'm not watching that.
Okay, today I watched, it was Blood Orgy of the Nazi Sex Wizard, or something like that. It was a Lucifer Valentine movie.
Nope, I'm out.
It was horrible.
Never heard of it.
Don't hunt it down.
Did you have to buy it on eBay?
Then we do both of the reviews on Saturday morning, and then we usually kind of edit them together. And sometimes we don't have time. One of us will edit it.
Usually you.
Yeah, but we try to get it's about a 4 to 5 hour process
every Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you guys talk over, all of the notes beforehand? Do you guys tell each other, as far as what your rating is going to be, or is that kind of a, in the moment thing?
We used to do all that beforehand, but anymore we don't. We'll talk about what we like and dislike, but we don't give our rating or final thought, because it's more fun to see the reaction. Because there's been a few where I'll say it and he'll be like, "Whoa!" Or I'll be the same.
You can tell our reactions on that are 100% genuine, because I never know. Like, I can usually get a feel for what he's thinking score-wise. Just, we've known each other for almost over 20 years now.
Almost 30 at this point.
So I generally know, but there have been times where you've come out with a number where I was just like, wow, really?
It's more fun and more genuine, I think.
Right.
Okay, cool. That's really, really cool. It's a fun aspect to see, as far as, because sometimes, some people kind of, I feel like they try to have those moments where it's a little bit more, in the moment, and it's like, oh, and it's just overreaction, as opposed to, genuinely like, hey, let's not talk about this. Let's just, hit this in the video. And that makes it a little bit more fun. I like that.
Yeah. We're not good actors.
No.
So, like, if he says something, we're like, whoa, really? Man!
Our script, if you ever really want to call it that, it's got, the name of the movie, the basics, name, director, actors, and then a few points of what we liked and a few points of what we didn't like. And really the whole rest of the show is just
run with it,
going pretty much just being us being stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is, that's that way without a camera.
Yeah, so if you've seen us on camera, you've pretty much hung out with us in person.
Nice. All right. So as far as, because I've had Rob on the show. He was actually the first guest ever on the show. So thank you, Rob. You're the man. I love you, buddy. Adam, let me ask you, just as far as your origin with how you're interested in horror started and collecting in general.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I started watching horror at a very inappropriate age. I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space when I was 5. When it came out, I went and saw it in the theater with my dad because it had clowns in it, and we thought, really stupid. I remember walking out of it when it was over. My dad was like, "You're not going to sleep tonight, are you?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "So what did you think of the movie, though?" And I was like, "It was actually pretty cool. I liked it a lot." So, I've been watching horror movies pretty much ever since then. The collecting side, I just have this really weird, I like having things that not a lot of people have, which makes me sound like a snob or something, and I'm not. I mean, it's all garbage. They're not like, the original director's cut on VHS of, Citizen Kane or anything like that. It's like,
it's garbage.
Return to Nukem High 3. They're not.
Oh, hold on. That's not. Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I love Trump. But they're not the high end ones. But I can look at it and be like, okay, this tape that I have, there's maybe 50 copies in the world, and I have one of them. And yeah, it's the dog turd. But it's my dog turd.
Right.
Nobody else wants it. I see him out in garbage cans searching for stuff. And then I was like, we're watching this on the show. I'm like,
it was literally in the garbage. Like, leave it there.
I am not above going to stores when they close and buying out their horror, or if they won't sell it to me, waiting until they've closed and getting it out of their garbage. I've done that once or twice.
Whatever works.
Yeah, don't make yourself above that. Absolutely not.
And, like he said, we have all of this back here. You can't see how far up and down it goes, and also how far on each side it goes. There's thousands of movies in here. Did you ever count them?
My letterbox has the
The official.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is absolutely nuts. So go ahead.
But these are all ones that we already have. I want ones that I don't have.
Yeah. You know that brings up a good point where more recently I've been looking at, I go to different stores, I look online too, and I go to buy stuff, and I find myself, if I have, because the majority of my collection is DVDs, and a lot of times if I go to buy something, it's something I don't have on DVD. It's something that was just, newly pressed to Blu-ray, or, by the happenstance, somebody puts up a couple of VHS copies. I like to grab stuff that I've never seen. So that brings up a good point too, to where I'm not one to have, 7 or 8 copies of the same movie in my collection.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I'm that way too. Most of it, there's a few that I have a different version or different cut, but not very often. Usually I'm like, I'll upgrade to Blu-ray if I find it, if it's something I really like. But I always anymore I try to buy Blu-ray over anything, and I'm trying not to blind buy as much anymore.
Right.
I think for me the big thing is it's the thrill of the find. Like we'll go through and we watch a lot of garbage movies, but then every now and then we'll get like a shivers down your spine, which you loved and I loved. And if you read the description of it, there's no reason that it should be as good as it was. It's an anthology of a genie who's topless through a good chunk of the movie. Bonus. Is telling bad horror stories. Like, by all rights, it should be garbage, but it was so good.
Yeah, in fact, when he chose that, I was like, oh, gosh. And I watched it, I was like, and that was one where I think I surprised you with my horror. I don't remember what I gave it, but it was pretty good.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, and then we found out it's a locally filmed movie here in Nebraska, right here in town, which is really cool. And so they just released the sequel for Chills Down Your Spine, which is really good.
We like that too.
And they're working on a third one, Tingles Down Your Spine.
Tingles Down Your Spine, yeah.
And so when we posted the review of Chills, we kind of were joking, said, "Oh, if you want to kill us in the next one, by all means." And like a couple of the producers, actors, like, we definitely need to kill these guys in the next one. I'm like, "Whoa, cool, I'm down."
Damn. Okay. All right. So now, in one of your most recent videos, Adam mentions a scene where something is a fire hazard. He just can't get past it, and he says, "Man, I must be getting old because that just looks like a fire hazard to me." So it made me think of something as far as what are things in horror that bother you nowadays that might not have when you originally got into it. Like so here's my example. When I first got into horror, I just would watch just whatever messed up shit that I could. Nowadays, it's kids. If something happens with kids, if they end up getting killed off or they fall down and hit their head wrong or something, makes me sick. Is there anything that comes to mind for you guys? And that moment, that scene or that part that Adam said that, I was just about crying in tears, just fucking bringing up that being like, that's a fire hazard. Oh my fucking God, I lost it.
Yeah, I mean, when we get older, right? We see that kind of stuff. That's not a good idea. My answer would be the same as yours. I was going to say, since I have kids now, it's like, I mean, not all the time. It kind of depends what it is, but I've never been a big fan of like the rape stuff in movies, but even more so now since I have a daughter, and she's a teenager now. It's just like, that's not cool.
It's one of those. I'm right there with you guys. I have a daughter too. She's 5, so I'm not quite at the same boat you are. But for me, it's always rape in movies. Putting children in peril is okay, but there's that fine line. You don't want to. I don't want to see kids actually get hurt in a movie. I want to know that they're okay at the end. Their character is okay at the end of the movie.
Right.
They Live Inside Us really fucked me up with that because she wasn't okay at the end, but it worked for the movie. But man, I was bawling at the end of it. I was like, oh man, because I have a daughter and you have a daughter and we know what that's like. But I would throw I don't want to say violence towards animals, I guess is the right way to word it, if there's no purpose for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel that way with all of those subjects. It's like, if there is a really, really good reason for it and there's no other way to tell the story you're telling, I can understand it. But usually it's shorthand for, here's the bad guy, instead of actually establishing the bad guy.
Right. Okay.
And the only other thing I would say is when you start to see like elderly people when they like fall and they can't get up, I'm like, get up, man, you can do it. I'm not far behind you. Get your ass up.
I've seen them fall and I have a hard time getting back.
It's okay, get up and change your depends. You can do it.
I'm not changing.
Okay.
Rob, I thought you were going to comment on No Mercy and say that you hated seeing yard work. I for sure thought that was going to be
there. Yard work and siding on houses. If I see that wood siding, it pisses me off because that's what my house is, and I've had to replace a lot of it. And I hate it. I just want to reside, damn it. So I get envious when it's nice siding.
Oh my God, that is so funny, dear Lord. All right, so there's different moments in your show, different aspects of film that you guys hit on a lot, and I wanted to kind of utilize this as a scenario with like a kind of make or break, and I'm gonna do separate little sections here. What are things that kind of make or break a film? So in the first in the first section here, I'm gonna ask about the score. What are things that make or break for you for a score? Do you like, real minimalistic? Are you looking for huge compositions? What are things with that?
I know for me, I kind of like the score to, I don't want to say be invisible, but if I notice the score, usually that pulls me out of it. It takes me back to the 80s with the big, with the hair bands, and it always kind of pulls me out of it.
Oh, man, see, I'm kind of the opposite. I love a good score. And I probably mentioned almost, if it has it, I'm calling it out. I love things of that. Especially if it's like an 80s sound, this kind of synthy. I don't know. I think a score can make all the difference and add tension, suspense, I don't know, because there's movies where they don't use it, and it's just like, well, this is stupid. Some guy's just walking behind you. This ain't scary. But if you add that kind of foreboding kind of feeling, and it can make all the difference.
More instrumental. That's where I. Now,
okay.
If they're playing music, like something you would hear on the radio as opposed to just background sound, I like it to be diegetic. I like it to be part of the scene. The characters can hear it too, like it's playing on a radio or they're at a party or something. Otherwise, it's just like, why is this playing and you can't hear it, but we can?
Right.
Okay. And sometimes it's warranted, like The Pool from 2001.
Okay,
I don't know if you've ever seen that great slasher movie, and I really hope they put out a Blu-ray of that damn thing. But there's that scene when they're leaving the school, and it's not a scary, but it has that. It's from the Do Nots, pop punk band from the early 2000s, and it's got this happy, just kind of, I don't know, nostalgic sounding song, but it just amps you up. It's like, oh, okay, they're setting these people up to die. This is great.
Okay.
But then think about the flip side of that. Think about like Alice Cooper's Man Behind the Mask from Friday the 13th. It's you wrote this song just to have it in the movie, and it doesn't really fit. And I love Alice Cooper. I mean, I've seen him in concert multiple times. I have all his albums, but that song to me, it's like, why does this exist?
She was really good in the Wonder Years.
Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
I don't.
Tuesday night.
Really? Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, what? I don't remember.
I was
that
thinking Winnie Cooper.
Okay. All right. Wrong one. All right. How about cover art and poster art? Are you looking for really vibrant visuals? Do you like the face with a couple of side characters? What really pulls you in for that?
First of all, fuck that style.
Ooh, which one?
where it's just the characters on the front, and it's just got like their faces, maybe their chests, and they're kind of blue lit, and that.
Okay.
I know what we did last summer was the big one. I was saying, fuck that style.
Like Scream started that, I think, and then
fuck Scream too.
Oh,
but not West Raven. He was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of those. I like art. I like horror art that's more drawn. Okay, like Devin draws the stuff that he does for Scream Factory is fantastic.
Yeah,
and that stuff I see it and it's like, okay, I have this movie, but now I have to get the the collector's edition because of this artwork. I mean, it just pulls you in. So it's got to pop, and even if it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie. I mean, that's not so much a thing anymore, I don't think, as it was like in the 80s. Right. But I'm down.
I like that illustrated or painted style where an artist sat down and did work. It wasn't just a dude in Photoshop changing the colors.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of indie horror will do that, and I love that. Yeah. That's I think a way to get people to try to watch it.
For sure.
Yeah, movies back there.
So, okay, for example, what about this is one that we need to do. I mean, look at this. Stabbed in the face. I mean, how do you not want to watch that?
Holy shit, that looks awesome.
Holy shit, that's a good movie. You should watch it. Now, as a flip side example, this is one of Rob's favorite movies. Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. That cover art is crap. Look at that.
Well, that one's not great, but the Blu-ray, from Scream Team is much better than that.
Yeah. Okay. I've never seen that movie. I've never even heard of it.
Boo! Boo! So Dude Bro Party Massacre 3 is basically all of the old, slasher in the wood style thing, only instead of hot chicks, it's a bunch of ripped dudes who get naked all the time. Rob loved it.
It was funny.
A lot of penis.
Rob,
there was a lot of penis.
I don't
remember. That movie
know.
was rated E for penis.
Great.
That's all right. I liked it.
PG for penis generosity.
Oh, I love it. I love it. PG-13 for 13 times in the
movie. Oh my God! All right, moving on. Pacing, please, Rob. Hit me with this. Tell me about pacing in a movie.
Oh, pacing. I thought you said painting. I'm like, well, I like to draw more than paint. I thought you said painting. So
pacing is huge. Oh, God. That's especially for you.
Yes, pacing. I mean, literally, can make or break a movie for me. And usually, I mean, if I can tell right away, well, not right away. I would say about half hour in. I mean, if it's dragging, I'm like, okay, I'm already checked out, and I try not to be, but I like the fast-paced stuff. I get bored easy, and there's movies where somehow I don't get bored. Like you're like, whoa, you like that?
Yeah, there have been a few.
And it could be, time and place thing maybe too. If I'm too tired, maybe I. But man, like Terrifier, a review of that just came out today. The pacing of that movie is a boom, 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 boom. I love it.
Yeah, it never stops once it starts.
Yeah, and I get, it just has to be consistent. It just, I don't want to watch a turtle, walking for 2 hours. I mean, this sucks.
Yeah.
But, it just kind of depends the style of it, too, because there is slow burn that I like. And, if it has a good atmosphere, score can really help that for me. So it's boobs. Kind of
boobs always help. There's a lot of boobs on screen. I don't care how slow it is.
Yeah, I mean, if there's not, I just look down at myself and I'm content. I'm like, okay.
Mine are too hairy.
Mine are too. Yeah.
Oh my!
I'll shave your boobs. You shave mine.
Oh gosh.
Dear Lord! All right, moving on. So that was the last section.
I'm done.
Hey,
tell me about
this works out well. You were his first interview, and we're now going to be his last. Because after this, no one else will want to come on.
Yeah.
Yes, we won.
Oh man! You know what I forgot to get both times is my snare and cymbal. I was actually going to get it every time there was a joke, and especially when Rob puts out something stupid that Adam didn't think was funny.
We can make a drinking game out of that. 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
Nice. I like your style. All right. So let's hit on, your segues and setups for your likes and dislikes for the movie. How did that start? And, just hit us with a couple of funny ones that you have off the top of your head.
Oh, gosh. Adam?
I mean, there's a lot of funny things that we could say here, but mainly what I always look at is if we were to, let's say it was Halloween. for instance, because it's just been past Halloween.
Sure.
We're coming up on Thanksgiving, actually. So we had a turkey for Thanksgiving, and we shoved our hand into the turkey and grabbed that little bag that's in there, you know, with all the stuff, and pulled it out and butt-fisted the turkey. And in our hand was a little bag full of likes. What would those likes be, Rob?
Right? And half the time, I don't catch on right away. I'm like, where's he going with this?
I always like the look of surprise on your face when you see where I've gone.
Right.
And you're just like, oh, that kind of worked.
Yeah.
They don't always work. There are quite a few that we cut that it's like, okay, either it wasn't funny or it was super offensive. We've had a few. I just talked about butt fisting a turkey.
Yeah, you know, let me know afterward if you want me to edit that out. But I think that's good.
No.
That sounds good.
All I gotta say is gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Oh my god! You know, it's funny too because sometimes the setup for the likes, you know, might not, you know, be certainly like a catch, you know, per se, but then a dislikes, you know, comes up and you do the breakdown for that, and then it, you know, it catches right on and it just, you know, it makes up for the first half. So those are always funny to hear what the fuck you guys are coming up for with that.
And that just kind of happened. Like, we never really used to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think one day we just got tired of being boring and being like, okay, so what did we like about this movie? That's boring, you know?
Yeah.
There are
Awesome.
thousands and thousands of movie reviews on YouTube. And there's at least a dozen other ones that do cult indie movies like we do. So it's not like we have a corner on any market. But there isn't a single one as disgusting or as funny as we are.
Yeah.
And I'll take that for the win.
It's like, how can we stupidize this? That's a word.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Or as stupid. Or as stupid.
Yeah.
That's right.
Two O's.
Two O's.
Yeah, you gotta hold on to anything that you can. You know, any angle that you gotta grip
That's
it.
right.
Also,
I mean, that's,
like
you
I
know,
said, I mean, this is pretty much just us in normal life, too. I've almost talked about butt fisting a turkey with you many times.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that's an aspect too, you know, with the show, as far as there's plenty of silly, there's plenty of goofy, slapsticky, you know, just fart jokes galore. But, you know, when you strip all of that down and you look at, you know, the reviews and just the attention to detail that you guys have, as far as, you know, like, there's been so many times that I've watched the show and watched an episode and then watched the movie, I wouldn't have noticed certain things with, you know, maybe the lighting or the sound or the score or the pacing of it without, you know, had I not watched this, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, they're right. You know, so it's cool because you have, you know, the balance of everything that's silly and stupid and goofy, but then, you know, you can also, I mean, kind of like with Neon Brainiacs, that's our, you know, our buddies as well. You know, those guys, they're absolutely just, you know, fucking great for breaking down things, behind the scenes moments, but, you know, they also do Jerry Seinfeld fucking impersonations the whole episode.
Yeah, those guys are brilliant too. I know the one time we were on their show, I felt so underqualified. It was like, okay, I just got my associate's degree and you guys have your doctorates when it comes to movies. We are so far apart in how much more they know than the average moviegoer.
Yeah. Right. They're smart fellas.
They're brilliant, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, when you strip it down, when you say you strip it down, first thing I thought was that nobody wants to see this stripped down. Believe me. No, please. I don't want to see that stripped down.
I've seen it. I didn't like
it. Oh my Lord. All right, so let me ask you guys, as far as if with all the really bad horror movie remakes that are out there, what is a movie that you guys have come across, you know, even the 60s, 70s, even maybe even 80s, that you feel like deserves a remake? And I asked this because they recently were talking about The People Under the Stairs, which it's my movie, okay? So
nice,
very nice.
That does not need to be remade, okay? There's plenty of shit out there that could be remade and actually made into a good movie. Do you guys have anything that comes to mind?
Oh man,
yes, but they would have to do it practical. They would have to do it right. The Monster Squad.
Oh.
I would love to see that concept set in today's world. Strip out some of the 80s era jokes that you can't make some of those jokes now. But I would love to see that set in a modern world. How does that work with what we look at as monsters today? That would be so cool.
Ooh, yeah, that's a really good idea. And I mean, even the breakdown. At first, when you mentioned that, I'm like, but breaking it down like that, yeah, that sounds cool. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, one I can think off the top of my head, and that actually isn't something that I thought of. See, I don't pretend to do that. I really do it. Our friend Tracy Lee Stanton, yes, thank you, who directed Terror in Woods Creek that we reviewed. I've been talking to her, and she's trying to get the rights to remake Slaughter High.
Oh, shit.
She told me that, and she's like, I'm not a big fan of remakes, but I really think that one would be good today.
Right.
And, redone, the way that she'd want to do it. I'm like, oh, I'm all for it. That'd be awesome. Yeah. So that would be neat. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. And that's the thing is it's just like, okay, I've seen the things for Candyman, and that actually looks like it might be decent. I mean, you never know. I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it, whatever. But there's things like People Under the Stairs, or even like the most just, I could tear out all of my fucking hairs in my head is when they remade Cabin Fever. I'm like, the movie was like 8 years old.
Yeah,
why would you remake that?
Yeah,
and it wasn't shot for shot. It's like,
exactly.
Dear Lord.
Psycho. They did that with Psycho too. And that was terrible.
Yeah.
They did the shot for shot with I can't think of the dude's name. He's a
Vince
comedian.
Vaughn.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, it was a waste of Vince Vaughn, first of all, because he's really funny, and you put him in a movie where he has no chance to be funny. And then you did a shot for shot remake of Hitchcock. Why would you do that?
Yeah, tough. That's a
I
tough
think there's
go.
some directors that I don't want to say they're untouchable, but like, why would you touch them? They're Hitchcock, Kubrick.
I think that's a good point. That's a good point as far as choosing your source material as well. Not trying to take on something like that. I mean, they recently did Suspiria, which I thought that was going to be one of those movies that they couldn't touch, and that remake was surprisingly good.
Yeah, I didn't mind the remake at all. It was a little boring for my taste, but it's not my type of movie either. The original I thought was kind of boring too, but it was beautiful. Right. I mean, I could just sit there and watch the visuals, and it was amazing.
Right. Okay.
Plus
all right. So, digging back into the show a little bit, I do have to ask Adam, if you could fulfill any one of your dick pic scenarios for my man Rob here to start his collection, what would you hit us with? What would you start his collection of dick pics with?
There have been so many really good ones that I've asked for and never gotten. But I think the one that we asked for today,
I hope it stays that way.
I think the one that we asked for today might be my favorite the more I think about it. And that is, take a penis, paint it up like Art the Clown from Terrified. And I mean, go full on, the makeup, the fucked up teeth and everything, like right in the split. Take a picture of that and send it to us. I started thinking about that today, and I was like, Jesus, if anyone did that, that would be really fucking messed up.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
So I want to see that.
Oh, my God. For some reason, the first thought I had when you first mentioned that, too, was like painting the balls like it was like the collar of his costume.
Oh, yeah. If someone wants to do it like the nun from The Conjuring, I'd be down with that, too.
Oh my Lord. Dick painting.
Dick painting.
My God. I'm about to cry.
I can't even get mine to hold a paintbrush.
I can sit down.
Oh my Lord. All right. So this last weekend, unfortunately, our schedules didn't line up. Our managers fucked up, didn't get us in together. The episode didn't work out. So today we have to break down 5 of our favorite Halloween movies for, Halloween was this last weekend. So if you boys want to start, maybe just give us one and something that you like about the movie, and we'll go by there.
All
All right. After you.
right. After me. I would say Hocus Pocus definitely goes on that list. I've been watching it since I was a kid. Since it came out. That's another one I went and saw in the theater at an inappropriate age. I fucking love that movie so much.
That's
if you
one
haven't
that's been
seen
playing a lot in my household lately too.
Yes.
So good. Classic.
My 5-year-old daughter can quote that movie. So I feel like I've done something right.
A win. That's a win.
Nice.
You want me to keep going?
I thought we do.
I can keep going. I can do all 5 of mine real quick.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember my list now. Fuck. There was Garfield's Halloween Adventure, which is another.
Ooh,
for
yes.
me, Halloween movies are about being a kid. And so a lot of my movies are more kid-oriented, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Something Wicked This Way Comes is on that list, too, which isn't technically a Halloween movie, but it takes place in the fall, so it's close enough. It's my list. If you don't like it, come fight me. I'll give you Rob's address.
Great.
What were the other two? Do you remember?
I think you said Halloween 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Halloween 3
yeah.
season was phenomenal. It's the best of the Halloween movies, in my opinion, because Michael Myers is a giant fucking pussy. How's that sound? Michael Myers, what a fucking pussy.
No. Michael Myers. What a fucking joke with Michael Myers. Just a giant homo.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't call it. Michael Myers sucks. So Halloween 3, the only one without Michael Myers in it? I hate the Halloween movies.
Oh, my
Plus,
Lord.
it's about kids on Halloween. So,
Right.
Ernest Scared Stupid. That was on my list. I know that was on my list, because how could it not be?
Yes. How could it
It has the guys behind Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They actually reused the face molds for from the clowns for the dummy. Yeah, right? How cool is that?
Awesome. That was something I just recently found out. And then I watched it again this year, and I'm like, holy shit.
Once you see it, you can't unsee that.
You can't.
Right?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Slap him with the Miak, and he's out of here.
Miak. Miak. And then the other one wasn't Trick or Treat. Again.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, Tales of Halloween.
Break it up a little.
It was a great one. So
Okay.
those are my five.
Yeah.
What are your five?
All right, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pair up Halloween and Halloween 2, kind of in the same, because I like Halloween 2 a little bit more, but I'll put those. Yes, exactly. It's like you had a penis that was split and you sew it back together.
Shit, I'm scissoring myself.
Those are classics, of course. I would say WNUF Halloween Special.
Oh shit, yes.
Is awesome. If you haven't seen that yet, highly recommend. We actually reviewed that within the last month or two for
For Ween Fest.
It's a fun one.
Trick or Treat was on your list.
Well, yeah, Trick or Treat, of course, is my all-time favorite Halloween movie. Of course, everything about that I love. Tales of Halloween would be one, and then The Barn. I love The Barn. Great movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't gotten around to it.
You gotta watch it. It's so good.
It is really good.
So good.
We crowdfunded The Barn too, didn't we?
Hell yes, I did. I cannot wait.
Okay, nice. The one experience I had with, is it Screen Team Presents or Screen Time?
Yeah,
Team releasing.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the anthology that they did?
1031. You weren't a fan of that, were you?
I was. I'm not going to get too far into it, but.
Right.
Oh yeah. See, I got that one, and I'm all about indie stuff and different things, but it was just, that movie was so difficult. I mean, I was pushing myself literally to stay in my seat on the couch to fucking finish it.
Well, we'll have to talk about that sometime, because I'm really curious, like why, what about it? I'm definitely interested in that.
It's a memory in my brain that I've chosen to just take out. I probably couldn't even tell you anymore.
Fair enough. So I assume you haven't seen part 2.
Nope. No, and like you say, I mean, I'm all about supporting it, because it's it's indie, and it's theater that's not being shitty remakes and everything. But yeah, I was just like, oh boy, I can't even keep this in my collection. I see you later.
Damn.
Indie doesn't have to be bad though.
That's true. That's true. And a lot of times it's not, you know, I mean, a lot of times it's not. There's plenty of really, really good shit out there. So, you know, that's not to knock on it or say that, you know, that's all, you know, a certain subgenre. But, so my 5 that I came up with, The Lady in White. Let's see here. Actually, I've got the copies here. The Lady in White. So cool. Not necessarily Halloween per se, but, you know, kind of, you know, something that you could watch when you're a little bit younger and then wind up realizing that you bit off more than you chewed with it. You know, there's some creepy shit in that movie for sure, visually. And then second off was a Severin release that I picked up this last year called Blood on Satan's Claw. Dude, if you haven't been able to see this bad boy yet, they still have it on Severin. It's about this small village. They're digging up, you know, like somebody's raking up some hay, kind of, you know, doing a little bit of farming and whatnot. And there's like a skull underneath that's like a demon skull, and it awakens Satan pretty much to, you know, summon on this little town. So the movie is really, really cool. I would check that out for sure. Ernest Scared Stupid, of course. My man Adam mentioned that one. That's just been a classic and a favorite of mine since I've been a little kid. That will never change, and did not change this year either. And then The Watcher in the Woods, number 4, if you guys have ever seen this one or not.
I have not.
I have.
The movie is really, really cool. Once again, it's kind of, you know, I don't think it's a Disney movie or anything, but it kind of reminds me of like the Dark Crystal, or, you know, the feeling of when the movies came out in the 90s, and it might have been, you know, a little bit more of like a kiddie feel to it, and it definitely was not. I don't know, like kind of like Something This Way, or Something that Wicked This Way Comes. Kind of reminded me a little bit of that. Or it puts me in the same memory.
When we were kids, they made a lot of movies for kids that weren't appropriate for kids.
What's the other with David Bowie?
Labyrinth. Oh, one of my favorites.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Dude, I just watched that for the first time ever. I don't know, a month ago or so. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But dude, when those things are throwing their heads around and bouncing, I'm like, what the hell is this?
The most terrifying part of that movie is David Bowie's giant penis.
True.
Because it's spandex, and it's like that fucking big. It's huge.
You saw me poke, 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 poke.
I think my wife, I think, actually told me at one point that she had her first sexual experience when she watched that movie, because just giant penis in your face.
Lord. Like, I wonder if there was at any point somebody called Jim Henson. He's like, you don't need all these puppets. You got David Bowie's dick in this. It's scary enough.
It's a puppet by itself. I mean,
a hand puppet.
Oh, damn it. Too good. All right, fellas. That's wrapping up our interview here. I do have one finale question, but my fifth one. I'm sorry, Jesus, H Mahogany. My fifth one was Haunt. That was a recent one that I wanted to include that I absolutely loved. I didn't know. I know. Adam, I didn't think you were a fan of it, were you?
I don't get it. I think I'm the only horror person in the world who didn't like it. We're going to do it on the show, and maybe a second watch I'll like it more. I don't know. Maybe I was just in a bad mood. I was watching it at work, and I was busy, and I was just like, get on with it. Kill someone already. So I don't know. Maybe I'll feel better next time.
I guess I can say, it's not to say that like my Letterboxd means anything, but it's, I think, probably my second or third highest rated movie that I have on there. Yeah. I fucking loved that movie.
Dude, me too. Did you get the new release from Flix?
No, I don't. Is it still available?
I don't know, man. I pre-ordered it the first day they posted, and I did the whole thing where you got everything, the whole box. Dude. It's great.
Yeah, it looks.
I had to watch him for half an hour rub his penis on this box. It was uncomfortable to do at work, to say the least.
True. Are you a fan of Shredder back there?
What?
Shredder? I see your poster of Shredder. Other side.
Shredder.
The movie Shredder?
Right here?
Other side.
No, that's Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so somebody came over my house not too long ago, and they looked at that, and they're like, oh, man, that's a sweet Super Shredder poster. I'm like, no, it's not. No idea where that came from, but yeah, somebody saw that and thought that was Shredder from the fucking Ninja Turtles. I'm like,
Wow.
You need better friends. Get rid of that person. Just cut them out of your life. If they ask why, say stupid movies told you to.
Oh my God.
Movie, was it? That movie was great.
I love that movie.
So now you were talking about, okay, Shredder up here.
Yeah, the movie, yeah.
You liked that one?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that movie is so sick. I just recently probably got that this last year, and man, that movie is fucking awesome.
And it has a song by Beefcake. You know, they were an early 2000s pop punk band, dude. And there's a song, the punk song that plays when they first get there and they're trying to go through the gate.
I
love that.
Okay. Yeah.
I do.
No, you have the DVD.
I have the DVD too. Blu-rays over here.
What are these?
Those are that's Arrow. That's Scream Factory. There's the old DVD. Yeah.
MGM.
Still
I love it.
That's because I got the Blu-ray.
You have way too many movies that you haven't opened.
Damn. Unreal. Wowee. Yeah. So that was my fifth. Was Haunt. I apologize.
No,
but you know what? This is your guys' opportunity here. You know, just let us know what you have new. I know you guys just had a new couple of episodes come out. Let us know what's going on in the world of stupid movies.
Same old. You know, we're gonna keep doing it.
Well, yes. Okay. We release new episodes every Wednesday and Saturday, and sometimes Sunday if we have something fun to put up, like we did this week. So just, you know, stay tuned and keep an eye out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video because that's how you get new ones. We don't monetize or anything, so it's not like we're asking for money. It literally helps so that you find new ones as they come out. You can check us over at facebook.com/stoopidmovies, and it's STOOPID.
Oh.
Movies. Instagram at Stoopid Movies, at Dr. Sketch Turner, at the Horror Punk. Talk to him, don't talk to me. I hardly ever use Instagram. I'm sorry. You can email us, stupidmovies@outlook.com.
Start a collection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, if it wasn't for Instagram, man, we never would have met Eric.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love Instagram. I just don't use it.
Right.
Because I've got too much other shit. Oh, before we go, I was worried I was going to forget. So we were talking about Shredder. Take your penis, go outside and smack it in the snow, and then once it starts to shrivel, not full shrivel, but just a little shrivel, take a picture of it and send it to Rob. He's starting the collection.
Yay!
Oh,
Great.
my God. That is disgusting.
I'm assuming they have bigger ones than we do, because you can't tell when ours shrivel.
Ours is already like
it goes from half an inch to a quarter of an inch. You can't tell the difference.
Oh, my dear Lord. That is absolutely disgusting. You know what? We're going to go over this finale question, and while I ask this and you guys think of the answer, I'm going to be imagining this shriveled cold dick the whole time.
All I ever wanted.
He succeeded.
Yeah, it's a dear heavenly God. All right, our finale, fellas. So for Stupid Movies, a finale. So when I come to Nebraska to come and hang out with you guys, we're going to make a horror movie, and we're going to call this movie Arkansas. All right?
I was just saying, we're in Arkansas, man.
I know. So we're going to make a movie called Arkansas, and this is going to be a play on the Saw movies, all right? So in this, what grim way are each of us going to die? We have to all choose. How are we going to die in this bad boy? Because I'm going to come and visit you guys, and we're going to make Arkansas.
Okay.
We have to die in some sort of manners, you know, that has to do with a game or, you know, there's some kind of, you know, maniacal way.
Okay. So how I'm going to die? So
Right.
what's going to happen is there's going to be this giant tin can, right? Like our can, okay, like a pop can. And you have the top when you pop, you can cut yourself, right? And they're going to have it dressed up like a pirate or can. And then within the top of the can, there's going to be some saws. And they're going to put me in it and cut me to pieces. Arkansas. Yeah. I win the game.
This just got way better. All right, Adam, I'm sorry. You're going to have to top that, buddy.
I can't top that at all. That was very impressive. You went a different direction than I did because I went,
me too.
Saw. The way the Saw series works is you're being taught something based off of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I tied it into Nebraska. And what do we have in Nebraska?
Corn.
Corn, a lot of corn. If you've seen anything about Nebraska, you know we're nothing but corn and cows. So, I get put into a trap where there's 2 ears of corn on like drills so that they're spinning.
Okay.
Pointed right at my chest because of all of the boob comments I make.
Ooh, there you go.
And it just drills right into my chest.
Man.
Well, if we want to tie mine up that way, it's because I make so many bad jokes like the one I just made. Bad jokes, so I deserve it.
Yeah. No, you do. You deserve that.
I deserve to be canned. Yes.
You brought it back, right?
Man, you know what?
How about you?
I had a different I had a different like take on this completely, and that is absolutely like this legitimately excites me to come and make this movie now. At first,
yeah,
it was just kind of silly, but dear Lord, this is turning into like seriously a sick idea. It would have to be something to do with the chicken.
No.
Oh,
Okay, so let's
We
see.
do have
So,
some chicken in Nebraska.
we do.
Man, oh man, I'm having to think of this off the fly. You guys went such a different direction with this, and it's fucking so cool. I don't know if I can even top it.
I got it.
Okay,
I got it for you.
all right.
We'll help you out here. That's what friends do.
That's what friends do.
I love
Okay.
it.
You're tied up in a chair, just tied up, and you got a thing locked around your neck so your head can't move. It's just you're stuck there, right? And there's a platform coming around the top of your head, and there's chickens up there, and they keep sprinkling chicken feed on your head so that you're not overthinking things.
Wow. If I could edit in a mind blown meme or just a fucking dear Lord, that
Take that, Jigsaw.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to edit out this whole last scene, this whole last sequence, so nobody steals this, because those are 3 absolutely amazing ideas that I can't wait to make.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm just doing it.
Let's do it. Let's record.
All right, fellas, air high five. Absolutely so sick. Thank you so much. I'm glad my man Rob was the first guest on here. You guys are gonna be like number 49 or 50. Holy shit! How does this happen?
I know, dude. You're killing it, man. You're like a celeb at this point.
It's crazy. That's not true.
I know we said it before, but we really do watch every episode, like as they air. I don't watch them live just because I don't do Instagram, but when you put them up on YouTube, I do go watch them.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I won't tell you which one of us. One of us watches them naked. You can choose which one it's going to be.
Well, yeah. All right, folks. You heard it first. One of my dudes in Stupid Movies watches it naked. One of them doesn't. We have to end on that note. Lo-Fi Horror Guy, my best buddies, Stupid Movies. Check out their pages. Check out their Instagram, their YouTube page. Absolutely amazing stuff. And such stand-up guys. Thank you so much for being on. And we're going to do this again. I promise you. It's going to happen.
Thanks for having us on, man. It's always fun. I look forward to it, dude.
Yeah.
After it didn't work out, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We can hang again, man.
For sure. Yeah, those damn managers. You know what I'm saying?
Fire them all.
Fire them all.
Next time we're going to interview him.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. That'd be
Arkansas.
Get out.
Okay. All right.
All
right, boys. You guys take care. Stay safe. Have a good night.
Take care. Love you.
Lord.
He's a lo-fi horror guy. Yeah, he's kind of a guy, but he is so lo-fi a horror guy. Yeah.